Yogis agree that is the people who teach yoga, that the physical exercises in yoga known as asanas and the breathing exercises known as pranayamas open the doors to supernatural influences. And the supernatural influences come in all forms, the good and the bad. Now, the fact that you're practicing yoga means that you have opened the door to any of these attacks. For those of you who are here for the first time, thank you for tuning into my channel. My name is Catherine and I do tell true stories. And my story today is why non-Hindus should not practice yoga. And if you disagree with me, put in the comments why. Many yogas represent not only what a deity or goddess looks like, but everything they stand for. As we practice the postures, we put our focus on the energy and the importance of the deity, that is the goddess, and embody their qualities. And when this happens, a spiritual association takes place, transferring the energy and essence of those deities into the devotee. As you know, we're all surrounded by an aura of energy. And so transferring this energy with those of the deities who are the gods, one of the 330 million or is it 33 million gods, an association takes place with them. Now, let's take a look at some of these deities and their poses and decide whether you will love the transfer of their energy into you. These are just some of them. Of course, I cannot mention 330 million deities here. Let us take at the dancer pose. It has some Sanskrit name which sounds something else. But let's call it the dancer pose. It is called the dancer pose in yoga. This is an honor of the god Shiva. Shiva oversees the cosmic dance, that is things like the reincarnation. Then we have another one of these poses called the warrior 1, 2, and 3 pose. This pose was created by the god Shiva to avenge the death of his wife, the wife of Lord Kartikeya or something. As in, Shiva created this god so that it revenges against whoever killed its wife. So there is a pose that represents that. Remember, you're paying homage to this Shiva god herself with these poses. Then we have another one called the half moon pose. This one is depicted by a human body with an elephant head. And how did this human body and elephant head come about? It was decapitated by the Lord Shiva. The Lord Shiva, the one that you are making poses for, decapitated another god's head out of anger. Imagine. And we have another one called the tree pose. This is performing an act of honor towards the Lord Shiva. You know what Shiva is doing? A god who decapitated another god. And you're performing an act of honor towards her. And you are being embodied both physically and supernaturally with these gods when you are performing yoga. I know you might be saying, well, I am just doing the physical part of the yoga. I'm just doing the physical part of the yoga. That's what is in your head. It's like saying, I'm just playing with the Ouija board. I have nothing serious about it. If you can see my story of somebody who played with an Ouija board and saw the results, just playing around. Or it's like giving a witch an office in a church. We're just giving her an office so that she pays rent, but we are not going to her office for any consultation. Give a witch an office in the parish so that you can collect her money to help the parish or the church, but you're not going to see her. That is what it is like. You are doing the physical aspect of yoga, but you are not worshipping or embodying the gods and the goddesses of the founders of the religion. And for those of you who are in that religion, that is your worship. I respect it. No issue. But those ones who are not in it, get the meaning of all these things before you join the act of yoga. Yoga has infiltrated the churches and other religions so much because they think that you can only do the physical part of it without being affected spiritually. But there's so many yogis who have resigned out of this profession of teaching yoga because of the experience they have out of this. And if you find out, it's not a very good experience. I myself know somebody who was very cheerful until she decided to learn yoga. She learned yoga, meaning that she will do all the moves every day. She was learning the moves on her own. And probably she did not notice, but people from outside will see. Her face will always change into something, as in one time she's smiling, then suddenly it goes into something that is out of the ordinary, like a growl or something of the sort. Suddenly, just out of nowhere, and she will do it like every 10 minutes. Her face will turn into that expression that we never understood. And people used to avoid her because of that. They will think she's mad at them. But herself, she never realized that she's having that expression on her face. She was so moody as compared to before she began learning the yoga. Well, so you decide whether you want to do yoga or you don't want to do yoga. But there are exercises that give the same results that do not have the poses of any form of worship. And that is something like Pilates. So if you want to find out about Pilates, Google is your friend. So if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.